Hello, everyone, to this Knime Data Talks in the heat of the summer. So we are hearing today from Selman Bayoğlu about how he used Knime in our advanced analytics in marketing. And before we welcome him on stage, I would like to give you some housekeeping so that you find everything that you need. So first of all, if you want to use the live chat to talk to others, just do so clicking on the chat, find people. More interesting, because we really want to have this as interactive as possible, please post your questions in the Q&A. So we try to answer them already live. While this may be hard, at least we will answer them during our questions to the speaker session that will be at the end of this hour. So this is more or less what we want you to do. If you lost us now, I can't help it, but if you lose us in the future, have some streaming problems, try to refresh your browser, stay calm and click on stage so that you go back to the stream. And when I talk about stage, I would like to welcome Selman on stage. So,
hi, Tom and everyone. Good evening.
Hi, Selman. So where are you located today?
Istanbul.
In Istanbul. That's great.
Istanbul, Turkey, right.
Okay, cool. So, Selman, I'm so happy that you made yourself available for today for this session here, for this data talks, because I reached out to you, I think a couple of months ago, when I heard about the project that you started in marketing.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So you posted something on LinkedIn, and I asked you if you can share everything that you did, progress with your team. And this today is the session. So I'm super thrilled to hear in the next 45 minutes roughly about your journey.
Sure. Yes, your message started everything in regard with this webinar. Thank you for that. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. I'm super happy that you made it. And I now need to ask you to go back again to backstage, because I first want to give everybody that have never seen or heard about Knime a short intro to Knime and why you would care in general. So the topic today is about marketing, and this should be the center of it. And I am working with students about marketing automation. And the fun fact there is that a lot of this marketing automation, modern marketing, is still manual. And we need to overcome that by doing smart things. And there are typically two ways how organizations try to overcome the analytical gap. So they try to transform themselves. And the first approach is by building data teams. So data teams is somehow a center of excellence where you have data engineers, where you have programmers that are really in SQL or that know Python and R. You have heard all of that. And then you bring in data scientists, ML ops experts to also productionize all that stuff. And this is one approach. This is obviously not the approach that Selman did with his team, but also the second approach, the upskilling of business experts, where you have in the line of business, in this case, marketing, but it's obviously can also be other team or line of businesses. You only come with traditional tools so far that you can upskill, but you will never really reach the depth of the data teams, the coding skills that you may need. On the other hand, the center of excellence maybe don't have the insights that you need because you're an expert in marketing. And then we see that there is somehow a barrier between the two, and we see more and more companies using one complete analytics platform for all data workers, so that you really can bring these two worlds together, that you can bridge it. So how does it work? First of all, you need to bring in your data. This is true for, I would say, whatever you want to do with data. And then you need to define what results do I really want to create and where do I want to share them. So what is my outcome that I create? And in between, there is a lot of things that you need to do. Even if you start as somebody in the line of business, you need to access, blend, transform, and prep your data. And then maybe, in most cases, you maybe do that with spreadsheets or other things. You want to visualize them, but normally it should not stop there. You also want to analyze data. You want to use more and more sophisticated methods there, and then you want to deploy it. You want to have that automated. You want to monitor, so you need much more than just a tool. You need a platform for that. And this platform can be Knime. So what do? We give you a visual programming interface where you can put all these different steps that you need that I just described in an order, and then you create this workflow and you can automate this workflow. You can monitor the workflow. You can all that I just described in one tool, regardless if you are somebody in the line of business, if you are a marketing or a business analyst, or if you are a data scientist, a citizen data scientist, or whatever you want to do, because you can connect to 300 data sources. You can create REST APIs. You can create even data apps where you can give the full functionality into the hand of somebody that is just the consumer of your data app. You can output that to existing BI and reporting tools, and you can automate all of that. It does not stop there, because when we talk about advanced analytics, you can apply all the different things that can be automated consolidation, that can be text and image or voice recognition and models running on it. You can use different libraries, scripts, languages, or cloud execution, so that you can bring all the analytical sophistication into one single platform. So going back to marketing, by applying what I just described, that you can connect the different things, we need to remind ourselves that marketing is not only about selling. I'm in customer care, so obviously my connection with marketing is a lot of selling, but I think that marketing is much more, because marketing has at least two major things to make sure. The one is marketing needs to achieve a deep and consistent understanding of the customer. So we don't want to sell something to the customer, but we want to understand the customer. We want to understand their needs. And we also want to offer them a great and personalized targeting experience, so that they don't get any annoying ads or useless content. And for that, what we need is, we need to accept that in the most cases, the data for marketing is siloed. Hopefully not totally inaccessible, but maybe for the most, at least, it's hard to access it. And the second is that if you do, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of you did that, if you try to blend data and you build reporting with spreadsheets, it's for sure manual and also for sure error prone. So you want to overcome that. And the last is that you want to apply advanced analytics. You don't want to stop when there is maybe code required. And we will show you, not we, but Selman will show you how he overcame that with no code, and in some cases maybe low code. So without a single line of code, just applying the different nodes that I showed on my slide, but also Selman will show in much more detail. So if you really want to involve your marketing department, you need four different pillars. The first is data access. We need to make sure that you can access, and that the platform that you use can access any data type that you need from different data sources. The second is, if you build something once, you want to reuse it. First, you want to automate, but also reuse so that you really have a fast time to value, so you don't have to create things again and again and again. I also mentioned this advanced analytics, so you don't want to stop where you just combine data. You also want to, maybe not ML, but closer to it. You want to apply some of the breadth and depth that you heard and learned of from the data science team. And the last is you want to do all of that in an intuitive and flexible interface that doesn't require coding for you, but is at least open enough to use code whenever this is needed or somebody already created something in the past. So this is in the end something where you create hopefully ROI for your company. So this shouldn't be only you are doing things now. It should have, on the one hand side, a business outcome top line or some savings. And we have some examples where we see that retailers, for example, using Knime to optimize their promotional analytics so that they really have top line impact in millions, or savings as AIG, an insurance company that needs to be compliant. And for every incident, they sometimes need to pay up for 4 million. So this is really, if you can learn earlier about fines or uncompliancy, you can at least work on that. And then something down to earth at Rabobank is using, for example, in this case, auditor team, Knime, to get this time to value so that they are much more efficient by time savings for up to 90%. Or one example where I'll leave you with is Siemens, where more than 10,000 so-called citizen data scientists, business analysts are using Knime to upskill their workforce so that they are prepared for the future. This does not stop with these 4 examples. We have hundreds of customers and they come from different verticals and they are in different line of business. But I think the most important line of business for today, hopefully, this is welcoming back Selman Bayoğlu to talk about Knime or advanced analytics in marketing.
Thank you again, Tom. Yes. Okay, let me share my screen, the presentation. I hope you will enjoy. And the information you have just shared are all so precious information in regard with marketing. Thank you for that, Tom. Here we go. We go with the presentation. How to make advanced analytics a competitive differentiator for marketing. Okay, let's start. Before we start, how we drive value from Knime, let me just tell about our past. As Treasury Marketing Department at Kuveyt Turk, we started in 2014 with rule-based value segmentation based on human learning, human experience, with our analytical banking department. In 2016, we started and completed rule-based behavioral segmentation based on, again, human learning and experience with our analytical banking department. And in 2018, we started visualizing data on Power BI and dashboards, thanks to our training department at our bank. We have been equipped with all these two tools for visualizations. And in 2020, I joined Big Data and Business Analytics education at Istanbul Technical University. And it was the first time for me to experience Knime. And I contacted Knime Germany, who can help me with Knime, how I can get training. And they have introduced me to Mr. Ali Alkan of Inforay, which is Knime's allied partner located in Turkey. Then we received a very brilliant advanced data science trainings from Mr. Ali Alkan. and planned 67 data science projects after a 2-day workshop with our fellow departments in our group, which is Treasury and FI group in our bank. And so far, 8 of these projects been completed, and we continue to do next projects. And here, the journey doesn't end, it goes on. And when we talk about marketing, we cannot forget Philip Kotler and his students. Marketing 4.0, you should be all aware of that, but let me just highlight Marketing 5.0, which tells very broadly about data-driven marketing. And beneath the data-driven marketing is predictive marketing. So just the literature is also pushing us for data-driven job that we do, and we should transfer our business accordingly. I have several questions that generally I receive from others, so I just put these questions here to answer for your convenience. What was it like before Knime? Yes, before Knime, for us, many things was Excel, Microsoft Excel. Okay, in 2014, when we started with data, dealing with big data, our focus segment was only 200,000 customers. This is not the whole customer of Kuveyt Turk, just our focus, which is treasury customers. And it was fine with Excel spreadsheets. But today, this group of customers are climbed up to 1.5 million. So it's a huge number, isn't it? Okay, but when we come over 1 million rows of data, Excel has some limitations. So what sort of limitations? Performance issues we face, crashes, and we have lots of problems with big data because Excel is just having roughly 1 million rows. And processing data on separate Excel files was the only choice for us. When we reached up above 1 million, we were processing data in different Excel files because all of them were not being put in the same file. And operational difficulties we were suffering and frequently facing not responding on column manipulations. Oops, Excel has stopped working, but not anymore for us. Okay, so it is causing demotivation and burnout of our staff, our colleagues like us. We're also fed up with all these problems when we work with big data. And also, the most important is waste of time, so waste of money. Okay, were you coding before Knime? My team nor me were coders. We don't know how to code. Of course, we were trying to do some things. We have several colleagues in my department. They know how to code, but of course, they could not go with bigger projects before Knime. Okay, how about handling big data before Knime? It was a big deal to overcome indeed. Okay, what about time efficiency on machine learning by coding? Okay, here by coding and by Knime, how things are done. Let me just compare two ways of machine learning: coding versus Kniming without coding. And let's select HR churn prediction. You know, this data is available on web. It's a very common one. Everybody who goes to university, they have this project to be solved. Okay, let's take it. Okay, HR churn prediction by coding with Python. This is my real project at Istanbul Technical University, which gave me the expertise certificate. Here in this Python coding, I trained 3 algorithmic models and it took minimum 7 days, but I just put 7 days. So it's a big deal, really. And let's see, okay, what was the champion algorithm out of these three? It was logistic regression. Don't forget what was the champion. It is logistic regression for that prediction. It was my experience. Maybe some others will be finding something else, but let's see what's going to come out. And let's see my project coding, how much time it's taking and how long it took to write. Okay. You see data exploration and data manipulation and the model training, separating partition, and then k-fold cross-validation and graphs you have and evaluation. Then it ends. This is just real project I did at Istanbul Technical University. And let's go with HR churn prediction on Knime with AutoML component. And really, it's a magic. So here, I selected 9 algorithmic models to train. It took 5 minutes to complete, and it's a very good thumbs up to do. And champion was, again, logistic regression out of total 9 models. And let's see how it happened. This is a real recording from Knime. Okay, I'm having the document into Knime. Okay, now it is downloaded into Knime. Okay, just in seconds. And then I connect it to the AutoML component of Knime. And here are my variables, okay? And I want to estimate attrition, okay? And there are 10 machine learning algorithms. I chose 9 of them. And my evaluation metric is accuracy. Okay, and there is a cross-validation. 4 times I selected, and 80% of data is for training, and 20% is for testing. And I say run. I have just made it faster in the video, not to keep you waiting for 2 minutes, but it took only 2 minutes for AutoML to process all of these things. And we got the results, and let's see the results of all 9 algorithmic models, how they have done. You say interactive comparisons among algorithmic models, and the champion is logistic regression with 88% accuracy. And you go down for more interactive comparison and details. You see? And let's connect with workflow executor and see which clients will be, which employees will be churning, quitting the company, which are not going to be as predictions. On the right-hand side, yes, you see predictions. Yes, no. Yes means they will go away. Hopefully they will not. Okay. Let's come to this. Another question. What was possible immediately after starting with Knime? And what new methods were now available at the tips of your fingers? Let me mention several points on this question. We got with Knime a platform no code, and there are some maybe projects you may need to write very specific functions, so you will write some codes, so it is low code. And it's a world of machine learning and also AutoML, as you have just seen in my previous slides. Here we have, this is the node repository unbelievable. I just tried to show you how many we have here. More than 4,000 nodes for many things. Here are, algorithmic models, you see, and there are lots of integration with others like Power BI, TIBCO, uh, Python, RStudio, Hashiki, H2O, AutoML. You see, just keep watching, please. And automation tools we have here as well. Visualization things. And faster. Otherwise, we'll wait here too much. Amazon, you see. Okay, it goes on. Okay. So we have all these. It was possible. And we were suffering with manipulation of data on Excel and working on separate sheets. But now we dance with millions of rows and columns. And we save time, so we save money. And data manipulation now is just fun for us in seconds. And also, when you need help, do we have interactive support with Knime Hub? And let's see how it goes. You're just writing hub.knime.com. More than 11,000 workflows, 897 components, 220 extensions. And moreover, when you find a workflow or a node or component, you're just dragging from web and dropping it into Knime. It's a magic indeed. Okay, so I should tell you what, there are some departments, they are generally dealing with numbers only, but marketing, we as marketing department deal with numerical and categorical data. In Knime, we have found AutoML component for categorical binary predictions. Okay, this is that handsome node or beautiful node. And the other is AutoML regression component for numerical predictions. And it is AutoML regression. Okay, and what else? We had Knime server, which allows us build live workflows which has streaming data, inflow and outflow. And we're able to schedule workflows, let's say before the day starts, during the day, after the day ends, during the night, okay, 7/24, you could do anything. And we're able to build web apps for our colleagues, teams, executives, departments, other departments. So a collaboration is very much possible and very much fun with Knime server. And when you talk about these four, the first four, it all makes intelligent automation at the end, because when you combine artificial intelligence, AI, with robotic process automation, it is equal to intelligent automation. In other words, hyper automation. So it is possible with Knime as well. And then at the end, just one computer, okay? Just all in one data science platform. Everything is in one platform. And we're not confusing from which platform to the other platform to do several things. Everything is done in one platform. Even server window is also inside one platform. This is also a big value for us. We found this convenience at Knime. Okay, we did something very interesting, but all of them are real thing. AutoML, including AutoML, it is really implementing the very real data science. It's not just a game. But to start implementing all of these, or in other words, to start Kniming, advanced data science training is a must. We should know the basics, let's say statistics, okay, some probabilities, to evaluate all those outputs. It is a must for us to learn, as we need to learn other things, from even very unimportant thing to most important thing during our life. We should be continuously learning. So an advanced data science training is a must to start Kniming. What we did, from our group in our bank, 25 people took advanced data science training from Inforay, Knime's allied partner in Turkey, and we have planned text mining for the end of this month, July, and deep learning in September. And after trainings, we all these 25 people from our group and our managers and executives, we got together in 2 days workshop and outlined 67 projects, and we have planned them. So far, we have completed 8 of them, and it's a good one, and I will share several of them. Let me mention several of these projects. Okay, this is a project which is going to start after text mining training. Okay, this is a big data. You know, as marketing departments, we should be hearing even heartbeats of our clients. So we have information from our mobile branch on top. On the right hand side, I'm just coming from like a clockwise, okay? On the that's the handsome boy Selim chatbot. It is texting with clients, okay? And we have banking oriented core banking system, BOA, and emails and internal messaging system, Skype and Teams, and social media, Instagram, Meta, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So all of them needs to be processed. So how we'll be doing it? By text mining and sentiment analysis. Of course, in Knime, it is very exclusive with Turkish language support. So we will process them, we will understand, we will visualize all of these data, and many departments will have their tasks accordingly, from product development to UX departments. Okay, so at the end, we will have very satisfied, happy customers. And this is another very, very interesting one, product basket analysis for each group of customer segments, pardon, by association rule mining. This is the real workflow which I believe I built. Okay, it's that long only. Okay, for different segments of our clients. Okay, so what it helps me, how it helps me, it helps us implement a management of customer expectation proactively, and it helps retain our customers, customer retention. It helps cross selling and upselling towards our clients, and also it helps better liquidity management with related predictions, and at the end it helps maximize the revenue. Let's see the resulted web app that we have done on our Knime server. How it has been visualized, how it has been presented to us and to our fellow departments. Web app for product basket analysis. You see, I just labeled our products with T for treasury, T1, T2, T3. So here you see on the left-hand side already purchased products. Okay, let's say T7 and T1 is purchased by a group of clients. They almost 100% purchase T4 product as well. Okay, so other columns are also giving information for those who are going to use this data, and this data is transferable via API and also REST API to our core banking system. Just one example it was. Let's see another web app, and this is for intraday limit prediction for a client. How much volume of a treasury transaction a particular client can do without having money in the account to complete that money towards the end of the day to settle the transaction. Okay, there is a workflow for that, and it's right over here. You see? And you're selecting the variables, okay? These are the end users, analytical consumers. They are not required to know coding. They are not required to know Knime, nothing. Just using this interface. This is an app. And then select save, apply, and you see the top, the number is just there. Okay, great. It's so easy, isn't it? And let's play this again. I like it. With music. Brilliant, isn't it? And also fun. And let's look at this customer retention with churn prediction. Okay, this is on Knime. I will show you two workflow, and one is just you want to do one model itself from end to end, okay, without AutoML. And I chose decision tree learner. Okay, I have the document into Knime, Excel reader, numbered string, column manager, partitioning, and decision tree learner. You're teaching the data to the algorithmic model, and it's predicting the data which it has not seen before, and on the below arrow. Okay, and then you are scoring your performance. Okay, and let's see the result. Overall accuracy is 97% when I round up. And don't forget this accuracy, please. 97% from decision tree learner. Oh, okay, let me just mention another thing. This project is very important because cost of retention of your client is less than cost of acquiring a new client. So it is important to implement this as well. Okay, so we did one model here, and the result is 97% accuracy from decision tree learner. And let's do this by AutoML, where we have many models for classification. And you see, 3 steps only. AutoML. I love it. So you see, on AutoML, I did it. 9 algorithmic models I chose, and the champion is gradient boosted trees, and its accuracy is 97%. But when you look at decision tree, which was the previous one, it also shows that, and it's 97. It has found that one the same. Okay, it's important. It's a good one. You don't need to do it all separately. You can do it by AutoML. This is a real big value for us. Pardon me. And winning back lost customers. It's also important. There are some who are leaving and you don't know that. But with your data, when you track that data, you know them and you touch them again and you invite back and they come, most of them. Okay, that's a project which my team has done from my department. They trained the machine with won back clients and non-won back clients. Okay? And used that trained model to predict which lost customers could be won back, okay, in a list, which is all lost customers. And you're sending this test data to model, and model is predicting. And model predicted, okay, let's say X number of clients will be won back, it said, it predicted. And we implemented an SMS campaign giving some incentives to client to win back them, and 87 of them won back. That's awesome, isn't it? So when we look at 2021 numbers of our bank, in regard with treasury revenue, 10% of our total revenue was driven from analytical campaigns. Okay, with predictive campaigns, it will be more optimized. Okay, and let's mention about values we drive for all our stakeholders. What are they? Target optimization. When you do that with winning back lost customers, only winnable customers contacted. Customer satisfaction. Churned customers receive the value proposition they expect. Maybe they have not found it, so we lost them. But when you touch them, when you are aware that they are lost and you touch them, they are coming back. And securing communication bridges. Okay, GDRP things, and just the discretion of clients. If they don't want to take SMS, you can't send them any SMS. If they don't want email, you can't send them emails. So non-winnable customers are not bothered with campaign communications. We contacted only winnable customers, or winnable customers who are predicted. Okay, so refusal of SMS communication is always a threat for us. We are securing that bridge with this project. And reduction of campaign costs. Less budget for campaigns thanks to target optimization. And expanding customer base. Customer base is composed of available customers who are currently with us, minus lost customers, and plus won back customers. And at the end, increasing revenue. Revenue increase as customer base expands. Let's see some more projects from 60 plus projects, just names: customer journey analysis, anomaly detection, financial forecasts, predictions for liquidity movements, price optimization, prediction of cash demand, analysis of money transfers, fraud analysis, among them. Okay, values for all stakeholders. Let's mention this as well. Value for all would be the most meaningful output of data analytics. If there is no value, that's not so much at the end of the day. So no-code data science platform is helping communities have better financial well-being and happier society. And for employees, it's a remedy for data science phobia, because many people are just seeing the transformation of skill set. If you don't upskill yourself, you will be just behind, and you will be out of working place. So data science phobia is a real phobia, and no code data science platform is a remedy for that. And it is helping us feel more confident, and it's a fun to play with data and get results and drive value, and it helps us become successful in our business. It also secures job, the affiliation, and also it helps work life balance as well. For customers, it helps a better customer journey, better experience, and proactive services before they say a word to the institution. Institution hears them and presents them accordingly proactively. And for the shareholders, better decisions for the organization, healthy organizational journey, employee engagement, and customer loyalty. And my presentation is just about to end. I would like to thank, and many, many thanks to Knime for always being open for innovation and their kind invitation to this webinar. And I would like to thank to Infore, Knime's ally partner in Turkey, for their amazing support during our data science journey. And I'd like to thank to my team, Treasury Marketing team, and the teams in fellow departments in our group and in other departments in our bank for their impressive motivation and dedication on our data science projects. And I'd like to thank to my executives and my bank institution for their vision and their continuous support for a data-driven organization. And I'd like to thank you all, audience here, listening to us, for your interest and your precious time for this webinar. And also, I would like to extend my special thanks to my wife and son. Thank you. Thank you all. And Tom, back to you.
Thank you, Selman. This is so great. Thank you for this inspiring presentation. And I really made myself some questions already. I have seen questions from the audience. I think I will start with one question, and then we just ask the audience to put their question into the chat, and my team then give me a whisper in my ear so that I can go through that. So I was really impressed by your last the last but one screen where you showed this value for all, and you were talking about data science phobia. And I never ask you how old you are, and I will not do, but I'm at an age where this starts already for people at my age, so that you would say, okay, and we see that with a lot of the manufacturers in Germany, at a specific age, you just think, I can't match up, I can't really work with that. So can you share a little bit about the team, that your team and their background, and how they apply to your idea of marketing 5.0? So
Great. Thank you for the question, Tom. My team is with me totally. We are 16. Okay, we have 3 services. Okay, treasury, CRM, and marketing, and treasury sales, and also treasury business development services we have. I can surely say none of us really was swimming in the waters of data science. Okay, we are really we are dealing with data since let's say at least when I was with marketing team 2013. But machine learning is really another world, and data science is really another world which has no boundaries, and it's a journey endless. So, but what? Let me just start with my feeling. I said, "Hey, Salman, world is going to somewhere. Artificial intelligence is everywhere, transforming businesses, lives, everything. So where to start?" I started at Istanbul Technical University, and they started with primarily Python coding and RStudio. Really, I was so afraid. Hey, look, even one dot makes too much sense, and parentheses. But towards the end of the training, they trained for 2 days Knime. And I said, hey, why are we suffering with these other things? Python, something we are so busy people, business people, we need very urgent decisions, something. I will do with Knime. I really stopped Python learning, and now again I started Python again just to enjoy. That's it. For the sake of science, I started again. But for Knime, we did many things so far, and our employees. I mean, let's say my team, they have now been excited. They have now excitement. They have the confidence, and they are just challenging the world. They are challenging the big data. They say, okay, we have been empowered. We know that. We know how to do that. And we have such a powerful tool, and they are ready to run everything. So it is the transformation. But of course, I just mentioned training is a must, because without knowing the basics, nothing can be done. Of course, I have shown something 5 minutes AutoML, but before this, you should be going over all of those scientific things. You should learn that how to evaluate evaluation metrics. What do they tell to you? If you have got, let's say, 97% accuracy, it may be something wrong, and you may be going towards a wrong direction with a very fast one if you don't know the basics. So I know many people think that uh, okay, data science is not just minutes. Of course, there is a pattern which we very much embrace, crisp DM or crisp DS, data science, data mining. We should implement all of these, but with Knime, it is all easier. So our colleagues, they all got happy, they all feel very relaxed, and they are so eager to start another project after finishing one project. Yeah, back to
That's
Tom.
that's great. So I wonder how you do that, because we we offer some materials, some trainings, but I know that you work with your partner. How much did they support you during that? Maybe specifically on the understanding data science, understanding models, and so on and so on. So maybe you can help me a little bit on that.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yes. I don't know others, but I know about your partner, allied partner Inforay in Turkey, in Istanbul. We feel ourselves so much lucky, because before we engaged as treasury marketing department with Knime, by a agreement to buy Knime server, before that, for about 1 year, he has supported us without asking any bill for that. So it was so amazing, really. He was doing it. He's Mr. Ali Alkan, the Inforay, and his team is also so helpful. We were doing our job after working hours, because there was no any official engagement so far. So all of them took us to better tap into Knime and data science, and especially their training sessions. 25 students, they all liked his way of teaching, very much patience and helpful, interactive, and at the end, teaching. And after these trainings, it is really not easy for a bank in just one sector. We have 10 different divisions in the bank, groups. We are Treasury and FI group. We have drafted 67 projects. If you cannot train these people, 25 people, how will they have that empowerment, enablement to outline all those projects?
Thank you. So
Sure.
a small disclaimer, please, audience out there, don't expect our partners to do unpaid training for you, please. He will be overwhelmed after this.
Important disclaimer.
So please don't take that for granted. So this was a one time only. Okay, thank you, Selman. So another question that came in from the chat is, can you share the workflows with the audience?
Workflows?
The workflows that you build. So the models that you build, the apps that you build.
Not here on Knime Hub, you mean?
The question is from the audience. can you and will you share something? I
I'll
I,
tell.
I want to leave it to you to answer with no, we can't, or to whatever you want to do. So please.
Okay, okay. Um, what I should tell you, of course, just for the good of communities across the globe, we will have workflows to share on Knime Hub. But of course, among institutions is an issue to protect know-how. I have shared some workflows, but you don't know what is inside the configurations, so it's easy for me to share them. But LinkedIn is a very good world. As we have contacted you, Knime Germany and Knime Turkey, and also you have contacted us for this webinar. You invited us. So they can also contact us. Maybe we can see what we can share up to what extent. So we like sharing things for the good of many others. But of course, there are something we should be also not sharing. And I believe they will understand us.
I think that's totally fair
I
and
have
fun.
shared lots of things here, indeed. Lots of things, lots of insights.
Yeah, no, nobody's complaining. It's just I just don't wanted to ask the question. I don't want
Yeah.
to
Thank you.
keep.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh, Another topic, you are part of a broader marketing team, and my understanding is that all these 67, 68 projects are with your team. Are there any plans to extend that also to other marketing teams, or maybe even other departments in the bank? So what is the plan there?
Oh, yes. These 67 projects were belonging to mainly to our group in our bank, Treasury FI. FI is for financial institutions. Uh, but other departments are also interested in doing their own projects on their own platforms. Uh, we have already have some intersecting projects, which I have shown something. They are intersecting with other marketing departments in our bank, but also they have their own journey in that regard. When we all get enabled with more knowledge on these no-code platforms, I can't imagine how many projects will be popping up, because Kuveyt Turk is a very innovative bank, really. It's a leading bank in Turkey and in the world. So lots of innovations we also drive really out of our ambition. So Knime is also open for innovation. I believe lots of things will be coming up in coming days and weeks and months. Let's follow each other.
That's so cool. So, Selman, I think we are close to the hour, and I just want to share some of the feedback from the audience. I'm not sure if you had the time to go through it. I can see that people are inspired, and I just can echo that. This was really inspiring. There was music in it, so I was dancing a little bit in not in the dark, but in the background. So insights that you created, amazing presentation, and I really liked how you in this couple of months built something for your team, for yourself, for the company, and all the share and stakeholders of your team. So thank you very much, Selman.
And thank you very much for your very kind words, Tom. And thank you very much for inviting me for this webinar. It's my pleasure to be here and share the information with all audiences and for coming audiences with on-demand video. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. So for everybody that really wants to check out the different resources, find workflows, you can use the hub or the forum if you have some questions. And if you want to directly contact us, just click on the contact us that should be under the stage on your left-hand side. I think it is. And write us your comments. Thank you. Have a great day and a great evening wherever you are. Stay safe. Thanks.